Good morning, Aunt Gillian. How are you doing? How are you holding up? My God, it's been hot. Yesterday it was so hot and so humid and just miserable that we ran our AC for most of the day. This morning we got up early. We took Sarge for a stroll because it's going to be another hot day close to 80. We don't know if it's going to make it to 80. It may make it all the way up to 90. Be hot, humid, stuffy, and just suffocating. So, I'm gonna make this lickety split quick. New lockdowns coming. Now, we've known that this was going to happen. It was bound to happen. It happened last year, and honestly, it worked so well. I don't think governments across the world realized how well they were going to work for a control mechanism. Um, Even Mike Pompeo came out and said, "This is a live exercise." What? A live exercise. Think about that for a second. While you think about that, I've lost track on how many variants there are of COVID 19. What I haven't lost track of is all the bullshit being shoveled. That I never lose track of because you always smell that aroma, that lovely aroma that is bullshit. Um, we're being told there's one in India that came from bats. Really? They're really going to try and use this line of thinking once again? Why not? It worked last year. We were told that COVID 19 came from a wet market in Wuhan that was right next to a lab that we own. Go figure that one out. Here's the deal. The government yelled fire, and we all ran direction we told to, which is what they wanted. We realized a year later that this is live exercise was a code word for we're bullshitting you, but we're going to see how you're going to respond. That's what it really was. And of course, most Americans are so brainwashed and controlled, they never batted an eye. Crickets when he said that. Nobody even knew. Only Trump said, I wish they told us. He knew. Okay, he knew. He was in on the whole thing. Here's the deal, people. They're going to do it again. There's already multiple articles on how Sydney, Australia is getting locked down again. I'm going to leave you a link to an interview that Stephen and Yana Benoon from Israeli News Live did an interview with Deborah Tavares from StopTheCrime.net. She also has another website she does. I'm going to explore it now and give it to you. It's about water, and I'm pretty sure it's chock full of information. Now, later next week, there's a cyber polygon event happening. How does that relate to the lockdowns? Event 201 happened in 2019, in October. The COVID-19 was the start of the whole thing. It made its world debut in January 2020. So, and all of a sudden people started freaking out and started locking down. Countries all over started locking down. Everywhere. And even good old James Bond villain come to life, Klaus Schwab, who wrote this book. I don't believe it was written before 2020. I mean, after COVID-19 came out. I'm not. There's no way you can pack this much information into a book in a 6 month period. There's no way. It takes way too much research to do that. Klaus Schwab is going to be involved. I have no doubt. It says World Economic Forum is doing the funding. That's him. He also wrote the fourth industrial revolution, which I'm gonna get. He created the horrible World Trade Organization that has destroyed every everything on Earth that it's ever come in contact with. And he even said here that the effect, and I talked about this last week, the view I did, the environmental reset, the positives of you and me not being able to travel have been a major positive for the environment. And the matter of fact that he has a private jet that can give emissions in 1 hour that will be equal to 6 semi trucks in a day. Okay? This is the kind of people we're dealing with. Now, here's what these lockdowns are really about. It's not about protecting us. They don't give two hoots in hell about us. It's about keeping us out of their way while they're on vacation and shopping. Think about this. Last year, during the lockdown, Bill Gates went on a shopping spree that ended in him owning over 90% of the farms in America. He only owned most of the ones in India and Africa. And now he owns most of the ones in America. And without a doubt, he took his own jet, emission producing jet. Because God forbid if he has to fly with the peasants, be anywhere near them. This is the kind of insanity we're dealing with. So I'm going to leave you some articles about the lockdowns returning in Sydney, the interview with Stevie Yana and Deborah Tavares, where she's talking about the lockdowns in England. Now that's going to be hard, because a lot of their people are saying no, ice maker, to more lockdowns. Alright guys, I'm going to stop here. I'm going to let you go, and I will see you Friday.